Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So in today's Star Citizen video, we are going to take a look at rock mining. Now, I just did a video not too long ago where I was kind of showing some gameplay, I was kind of showing the profit, and had quite a few people kind of speak up and say, hey, can you do more of a guide? Now, I've done these in the past, but it's been a while since I've made an updated one, and I was trying to wait for maybe 324, but it's not really gonna change other than when you rent your rock, you will be able to call it in your own personal hangar. Otherwise, it's really gonna be the exact same. So it'll cut some time down there. So we are gonna go into this look as you're a new player. I'm gonna speak to it kind of as my audience is a new player, and I'm gonna try to take you step by step on how to rent these things, what it's kind of cost, and just kind of the general gameplay of rock mining, how to just get a few mined and get back and where to sell, and kind of a generalize what kind of profit you're gonna make. Now, rock mining is pretty great. It's always been great. It's never really been nerfed too bad, and it's very relaxing. It's very rewarding, and you know, profit per time is pretty good, being that you don't have to refine anything or fly back to a main planet or city to sell. You can actually sell these things on the planet where you actually called your rock in. So that is exactly where we're going to start. Now, to get into this, you're going to need about 60k to get going. I believe the Cutlass Black is around 52 to 53k to rent. 46 if you rent at a different location. So if you're going to try to pinch pennies, if you rent the rock from Hurston, so from Everest Harbor. So if you rent it from Everest Harbor, it's like 46 to 47k there. So you'll save, a few bucks. What I would recommend is don't worry about the extra 5k. Rent them both from her L1. It'll save you some time from jumping to those locations unless you're already there, or if you're a penny pincher. And you can rent the Cutlass Black for about 52 to 53, and you can rent the Rock for about 2 to 3. So not a big investment to get into this, and this is for 24 hours, so you could get quite a few runs in this. Your first run should more than pay for your rentals. So you should even make plenty of profit on that first run. So the next thing I'm going to take you to is we're going to go straight to the Everest Harbor, and I'm going to just show you where to rent that. And then I'm going to take you to her L1 and show you where to go to rent your rock and stuff. Then I'm going to show you exactly where to go to pick this thing up on the planet, which in this case, we are going to rock mine on Magna because I've had amazing luck on Magna. I've had it like great luck pretty much in every single patch there has been. I've always rock mined here. I've had great luck finding plenty of Hadnite, and you can really just start picking up anything now. It's like I said, time per money. I think just if you find a good cluster of anything, it's just good to go ahead and grab it. So let's get to Everest Harbor and dive straight into what this gameplay is going to be like. Remember, you need about 60k to get going. So if you're in your starter ship, go ahead and do your box missions or your bunker missions or whatever you want to do in your starter ship to get up to that 60k. It should be fast. You can even try asking in the comments. People are pretty, lenient on giving out a little money here and there. Okay guys, we are here real fast at Everest Harbor. I'm going to show you where to go grab your Cutlass from this location particularly. If you want to save a few pennies, like I said earlier, this is where you're gonna do it. So we are at Everest Harbor. You're going to take a left here at the Burrito Bar. Come up to the medical clinic and take a left, and you'll find your little elevators. We are going to take this elevator. We're going to take it to the cargo center. Now, you're not going to be able to get your rock here, but you can get the Cutlass only at this location. So once you get up here, you're just going to run straight to these cargo services, and you'll see the rental kiosk straight ahead. And you're going to come in here, and you can see that the Cutlass Black is 42, so it's a little bit cheaper. It's like, 10 grand cheaper than it is at the other place. If you want to save the 10 grand, remember, time is money, so sometimes it's just easier to rent them both from the same location. But here you are if you're at Everest Harbor. So okay, we are going to jump over to her L1 where you can actually rent them both. and I will be right back with you. Okay guys, real fast, I wanted to show you in the map exactly where kind of everything was located. Now I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, and this is the Stanton system, the one that we're in, the only one we have currently. Fingers crossed for Pyro soon, but we have Hurston here. So we have Hurston here, we have our Her L1 here, and we have our Her L2 here. And we are here at Her L1 again. Everest Harbor is just the space station around the Hurston planet, and I'll go ahead and click this, and if you zoom in right here, you have Magda right here, which is where we're going. So it's everything is super close to each other. But here we are currently at the Her L1 station. I'm going to show you real fast where you need to go to either get your cutlass, and this is the place where you're going to have to get your rock. You head over to the elevators, which again, this one here is right to the left of the Easy Hab. We're going to call our elevator, and we're going to head to the refinery this time. We were at the cargo last time. We're heading to the refinery here. And you can think, you know, rock, mining, refinery, that kind of all goes together. So that's exactly what you are looking for. So we're going to come down here. You're going to come straight down the stairs. And there's another set of stairs coming up. You'll see that this guy's walking up. That's not where you're going to go. You're going to take a right in this little pathway right here. And then straight down on your left, you'll see equipment rentals. And that's what you're looking for. You're going to come in here. You're going to open it up. And there's your Gray Cat Rock. Now again, here's your Cutlass Black for 52. And we're at 46. So what's that, like 8K or something like that difference? It's if you're trying to do like time versus money, just go ahead and rent your Cutlass Black here with your rock and just get going. That way you don't have to take the time to rent the Cutlass and then fly to Her L1 and then rent the rock and then go back to, you know, it just seems like it's going to save a little bit of time if you just get it here. Just 2 cents. But that's it, guys. This is where you get your rock. So hopefully that helps with the rentals. Now I'm going to fly down. And we're going to go to Magda, and I'm going to show you exactly where to pick up your rock. It's at the Platinum Bay. It's the 2 tiny blue little pads. It's got the blue on the pads, and it's the tiniest building that you can go in at these locations. Any of those HDMS locations here. Now, in Magda, there is only 2 locations, so it should be easy to find one. Okay, guys, we are here at HDMS Han. That's where we landed at. There's only 2 places to land on Magda, and we are at the one location called HDMS Han. And what you are looking for is, it was dark on this particular run, so it was kind of hard for me to explain it from the air, but what you're looking for is this small little station, and it will have these blue pads with the P on it, right? That's what you're looking for. You're looking for these 2 little blue pads and the small little building right next to it. These are the pads where you are going to call your rock in, right? So you just come into this little station right here. This is just like your regular vehicle terminal, except this one calls the ground vehicles. Now again, in 324, it's going to be changed. You're going to be able to pick these up into your, you know, your own personal hangar. But right now, there you go. And all you're going to do is get your rock, and that's it. When you do, it's going to spawn on one of the pads. You're going to get in it, you're going to put it in your ship, and that is exactly how you call your Gray Cat Rock. Now you're just looking for this little building. It's one little tiny building. Okay, so I'm going to get my rock loaded up, which I've already got out there and in the ship and ready to go. I already had it in my ship from a previous run. So let's get to some rock minings. Let me show you guys how to do the little mini game, how to scan, how to find these, you know, little clusters of rocks. It's actually pretty simple. Alright guys, we have our rock loaded up and everything, and we are ready to go, and we are just going to fly a little ways away from our outpost where we picked up at, just to get some distance in case anybody comes snooping around. We want to make sure we're safe. That's the key thing, right? We're safe. So You know, pick yourself a direction, get some distance, and then start scanning for those rocks. Now, to scan for these rocks, your tab key is your scan button. And that's really all you have to do, is just keep on scanning. Now we're going to pass this one up just to get going here. Now what you're looking for is, you're looking for something to pop up that's usually between 3 to 5k away. Sometimes they pop up a little bit further out, sometimes 6, but pretty much they pop out around the 3 to 5 range. And that's what we're looking for. If you see something pop up that's 10k away, 11k away, or something like that, ignore that. That's going to be your bigger rocks that you're going to need your prospector for, and we are looking for gems. So here's one that popped up around 5. So we're going to go over here and actually check this one out to see if we have gems here. And then I'll show you exactly how to get in here and kind of scan for them. So remember, you're just going to keep pinging this with tab. Now, these are going to be your bigger rocks. You can see right there, those are the big rocks. So that was a little too far out, even though it popped up around the 6k range. So remember, keep looking for that kind of 3 to 5k range. That's exactly what we're looking at. So we're just going to keep on scanning. We're only going to pay attention to the stuff that's in front of us. Okay, so here's one that popped up right here around the 25k. So we're going to come over here and see what we got. And you should see the gems actually pop up. You'll see little diamonds, like little, looks like little diamonds. And there they are. And that's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for this cluster here. So they updated the little kind of icons, so they're no longer diamonds. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get in here really close. Be very careful when you're doing this. You're going to hit the V key, because your V key goes into scan. And once it highlights, once you get one of these rocks highlighted, all you got to do is press your left, and it'll scan it and tell you what kind of gem this actually is. So in our case, this is Dolvine. So we don't really want Dolvine. It's pretty much the lowest rated one, so you're looking kind of for Aphorite or for Hadnite. Hadnite is the biggest one, and so that's exactly what we're going to look for. So I'm going to get back with you guys once we find Hadnite. Again, all you do is you hit the tab, you're looking for something between like the 2 to 5k range. They pop up. Just slow down, come up to it like this, and scan. You remember, you're going to hit your V scans, and then you just hold your left mouse button to scan. And that's all there is to scanning. And alright guys, so I'll be back with you when we find a little thing of Hadnite. It usually does not take that long. Alright guys, so I've done my scanning, and I ran across this little cluster of Hadnite rocks. And you can see here, I've hit V, I'm doing my left mouse button, so I'm scanning. You can see I've got Hadnite, and you can tell Hadnite by the kind of purplish rock. So Dolvine's going to be green, your Aphorite's going to be the bluish, and your Hadnite's going to be this purple. So you can almost pretty much tell what they are before you even scan them, but if you're new and you're not used to it yet, just go ahead and scan them. So this is our cluster that we're going to grab, and I'm going to go ahead and set this down, and we're going to unload the rock, and I will show you kind of how to get these things mined up. Okay guys, we have brought our rock up to this Hadnite, these Hadnite gems. So we're going to press the M button, M as in Mary. We're going to put this in fracturing mode, and you can see I've got control of the mining arm now. And what we're going to do is we're going to play this little mini game. And you can see now that I've scanned this rock, you can see that I have here, I have this charge area, the laser intensity, and then I'll have the red and this green up here. So when I get back on the rock, you can see the red and the green, the overcharge area. The red is where we're trying to stay out of. We're trying to keep this line directly in that green. And we're going to let it build up until that green is full, and then the rock will pop, split into the little gems, and then we're going to suck them up. And that's how you pretty much gem mine. It's pretty simple. This is one key note I would need to tell you. take your time. If you overcharge and the rock explodes, you're not getting far enough away, and it's going to destroy your rock. You're going to be stranded. I've actually had parked my ship too close before, and it actually damaged part of my ship as well. These explosions are, it needs to be nerfed. They're way too big, I think, in my opinion, for these little gems, but they are pretty unstable. So what we're going to do is we're going to click left mouse button, and it's going to get our laser going, and all we're going to do is we're going to hold our shift key. Now these are standard controls. You can always rebind these controls to whatever you want. You hit your shift key, and you're going to scroll your mouse wheel up, and I actually just said shift. It is alt. You scroll with your alt. So hold your left alt and scroll with your mouse wheel. Apologies, guys. Been a long evening. So not shift. Alt. Left alt, and you scroll, and you can see the laser intensity going up, right? So you can always start out at 100% and at least let it get to like 75%, which is what I do. So I hold this laser at 75%. Maybe a little bit more once you get good at this. And then I bring it down. I start bringing it down to 50, let it creep up a little bit more, and then bring it down to about 30, 35. And if it starts going down, you can increase it a little bit. Remember, you're just scrolling your mouse wheel, so this is pretty simple. And this is the mini game, guys. This is it. This is your mini game. So we're going to let that green bar build completely up. And all those little pieces are your gems that have shattered and you're going to pick up. Now, I always try to fracture a few rocks before I get into that. So you can see the bar comes right back up. We're going to take this to 100. And we're going to get this one more rock shattered here. Then I'm going to show you guys how to pick them up. So, okay, I'm going to drop it a little bit. Okay, there it goes. It's building up. Going to drop it to about 30. It seems to be holding okay. Give it a little bit bump. 33, 37. There we go. 37's holding it. And then there we go. Another one has shattered. So now we need to get these picked up, right? So all you're going to do is right mouse click. And there it is. It tells you extraction mode on. And all you got to do is hold this up. Get it near where these gems are, and it will actually start sucking it up. Think of it as like a vacuum laser. You can move your rock around if you need to. You can still move your rock. There we go. We're going to pick some of these up. And even though you can still see the little thing, so even though I'm over the panel, it'll still work just fine. And you can see if you start having problems getting these things extracted, all you got to do is just kind of move the rock around and it will reposition it. Sometimes you even have to turn the laser off and turn it back on, but you will eventually get all of them. This is actually a much better improvement. Half the time the extraction laser wouldn't even work that well. So that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and extract the rest of these, get this loaded up, and then I will get back in the ship and I'll show you guys where we sell them. We're going to sell these things at exactly the same place that we picked up our rock at. So any of the HDMS places, any of the sell places with the sell terminals, you can sell these gems to. They all sell for about the same price, so you're good to go there. Remember, time is money, so flying somewhere way away where they may sell for a little bit more just might not be worth it in time. So let me get these done and I'll be back with you. Alright guys, now I've got the rock loaded back up. I had the arm extended because I wanted to show you that I've got about 22.1 CSCU. About a quarter of this rock is filled up, so a decent little load of hadonite from those, I think it was like 6 or 7 rocks or gems. So yeah, so I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to take this ship, and we're going to go right back to where we, like I said, where we got the rock from, and we're going to sell this. Now, one tidbit of information that I would recommend anybody doing here is go ahead, and if you can get to your storage when it opens, if you can get it to pop up where your inventory is here, I would recommend go ahead and transferring this. So right here where it says open storage, go ahead and open the storage. And sometimes it comes up, sometimes it doesn't. If you can get it to come up, lately it's been a little bugged, it's hit or miss. Go ahead and transfer your gems from your rock to your main ship, because that will save you some time. Sometimes it's a lot easier to sell straight from your ship. Every now and then your rock won't show up in the as a, you know, vehicle to select when you go to sell. So just a quick tidbit of information there. Okay, guys, we are still here on Magna. We are at the exact location that we called our rock from. This is HDMS Han. So remember, any of the HDMS sites, any of these outposts like this, no matter what planet you're on, you should be able to sell. So we're looking for the little tower with the lights, and this is where our little sell kiosk shall be. Okay, guys, so here is the terminal that you're looking for, the big terminal. These will all look the same right now. You're looking for this terminal. You're going to come in here. And we are looking for our location. And you can see that we have our Drake Cutlass Black right here. And you can see that we don't have any of the inventory, and we did not have the option to select the rock. That is exactly what I was talking about earlier. So again, we're going to go back to our ship here, and I'm going to see if I can get these gems transferred over to my ship inventory. Okay, guys, we are back, and like I said, you just have to play with it for a little while to get the little inventory to pop up. You just got to get at the right spot. Sometimes when, depending on where the, your vehicle is in your ship, but it's not that big of a deal. So you can see now that I have this in there, you can see that we have 221 units of Hadnite to sell. And that's it, guys. We are going to sell that. So here, 60K. So in that one tiny little cluster of Hadnite, we made our money back for our rental. Now you're going to pick up way more than that, right? I'm just doing this as a tutorial to kind of show you how to do it. Now I would have stayed out there and probably done like 3 or 4 clusters of that, which would have made, triple or quadruple the amount. And you're going to probably find clusters that are much bigger than that maybe have like 8 to 10 gems or more. I found up to 15 Hadnite rocks in one cluster before. So yeah, keep scanning, keep picking up those gems, and pretty easy money here, pretty relaxing. You're just playing a mini game. So we're gonna sell that, we're gonna confirm, and that is it, guys. I was trying not to make this too long. I'm just trying to get the pertinent information that would help you get going in this if you're a new player. So I hope a lot of this has helped. Please let me know in the comments. Hopefully either I or some other people in the comments can help you if you have questions about it. But I think I hit the highlights of rock mining. So yeah, I hope that helps. I hope the rentals help. I hope the locations and the scanning and the little mini game tutorial helped. And as always, guys, thank you for the support. It's super appreciated. Like and subscribe if you want more stuff like this. Let me know what you want to see more of, and I will see you on the next video.